interview, take one. Beautiful. Just to start off, tell us a little bit about your background, where you're from, how'd you start music?
Yeah, I grew up in Gilbert, Arizona, and I started making music when I was a really little kid. My parents are both really into cool music. I'm really lucky. So growing up, I listened to a ton of The Killers, Coldplay, John Mayer. My mom listened to a lot of folk music like Decemberists, Avett Brothers. Yeah, and I listened to all of it like since I was a toddler. I remember like singing from my car seat, and then played piano for a while. And then when I was 12, I taught myself guitar, and kind of the rest is history. I got really, really into it and started writing songs around that. Yeah.
Awesome. And when did you move to Salt Lake? Because I feel like if anybody's like living in Utah, they kind of like know you as like a staple of like the Utah music scene. So like, when did that kind of start for you?
Yeah. So I grew up in Arizona, moved to Provo when I was 18 for college. And then I stayed in Provo until just last year, 2023. I moved to Salt Lake for a total of like 6 months. But I spent the summer in Malaysia. So, so I was in Salt Lake for like 5 months or something, and then in Provo for like basically 4 years. But yeah, this is kind of where I cut my teeth making music, playing gigs. I think I was trying to count the other day. I think I've played like over 130 gigs in Utah in the past like 3 years. Many of them with my band, who are the best. And then a lot of them with my friend Carson Ripley, who just played with me today. But yeah, I love Utah. I love the scene here. It's so cool. And this is kind of where I feel like I got good, and I like learned how to, I don't know, play well, and learned from like people that are so talented. So I'm really grateful for this scene. It's so sick.
Awesome. I feel like, so we've seen like their first 2 or 3 singles, then you have this big EP that kind of launched a lot of things for you. How's life kind of been since that? And tell us a little bit about that EP and the story behind that.
Yeah, I'm really grateful for this EP. So let's see, I released my first single from the EP, Everybody's Baby, in April of last year, like exactly a year ago. And that single did okay, and it was mostly like my fans that were really, really into it. And then about a month and a half later, we released Haven't Seen You Since the Summer. And I made both those songs with my friend Carson Ripley. He's a producer based in Provo. And Haven't Seen You Since the Summer kind of took off on Spotify. I got to be the cover of a Spotify playlist. And since then, a lot of my other songs have gotten to be heard by a lot more people too, which has been really sick. Last year was crazy though. So all that went down when I was in Malaysia finishing my undergrad. And then I got back from Malaysia, released the EP, played a big show, and then moved to LA like 2 weeks later. So it's been quite the adjustment, like releasing everything, having stuff get a little bit of traction, and then moving out of the state and kind of starting my life all over in LA. But it's been really cool, and I'm really excited for this next batch of songs. I feel like it's definitely my best work yet, and I've been working really hard on it. So
We're very stoked to hear it. Kind of leading to that last question, what are some of the upcoming things that you're working on / shows? Basically anything that's upcoming for you.
Yeah. So I just played some shows the past couple weeks. I played in Dallas for the first time. That was sick. I loved it. Texas is really cool. I was opening for my friend Sammy Rash there, and then I also opened for him in Salt Lake last night, which was really cool. And then I am going to Brooklyn next month to finish up my sophomore EP. The next single hopefully will be out as soon as I finish it. I'm kind of just trying to take it slow on this project. I feel like I'm definitely in a sophomore slump in terms of like vision and creativity. I'm feeling like a lot of pressure to like outdo my last project. So trying to take it slow, and keep my team small. I'm super lucky to have such incredible people, helping me make my music the best it can be. So yeah, stay tuned. Hopefully that whole EP will be out by the end of the year.
Beautiful. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Thanks, guys.